Right then. I know I've already ranted about this in a previous video, well, a couple of previous videos, but I'm so upset. So upset. You know, I've been watching videos that Dark Kefka has made about the Kingdom Hearts series on YouTube. And to be honest, I don't really need to watch them. I watch them because he makes me laugh. You know, I do actually quite like him. I think he's funny. You know, some of the comments that he comes out with, while he's playing the blooming games, I've pretty much just got the videos on in the background as I'm playing bloody Kingdom Hearts myself. You know. But I've been noticing differences between the American version that he's playing and the British/European version that I'm playing, and I'm so frustrated at Square Enix, to be honest, because it's like, I see Dark Kefka there playing critical mode, and I haven't played Kingdom Hearts 2 for about, 8 years, at the very least, and, so I decided when I started playing Kingdom Hearts 2.5 for the PS3, I thought, I'm not gonna overdo it. I'm gonna get used to the game again and play it on proud mode before I start critical mode. So I started on that, and I've been noticing differences in the differences between the American version and the British version and how the computer's bloody acting. And it's like, well, hang on a minute. He's playing on critical, I'm playing on proud, and yet my bloody my AI is acting like his should. What the fuck? Excuse my language, but, it's like, I was there watching him do some of the absent silhouettes, like Marluxia, for example, and the guy was there, he was doing exactly what I was bloody doing and getting the restore count reaction command. It was alternating between bloody, the what was it, the aerial something or another that deals damage and the one that restores your bloody counter, and it was it was like, hang on a minute, I'm there doing exactly the bloody same as he's bloody doing, and yet it's just giving me the aerial strike reaction command and not the restore count one. And yet when I was there doing that battle at first, when I hadn't got a clue, I didn't have a clue what I was bloody doing before I fought him a few times. I was constantly getting the restore count reaction command. As soon as the computer figured out, you know what you're doing now, that's it. F you, basically. It stopped giving me that reaction command to restore my count. And I was like, hang on a minute, what? Why all of a sudden am I not getting it anymore? And I'm there doing some of the mushrooms, well, near enough every single mushroom, and they're using dirty tactics. It's like, I'll be there using wisdom form in battles where I'm completely and utterly bloody surrounded, and, I'm there constantly keeping moving, gliding a bloody round on, in using wisdom form, shooting the bloody heartless as they bloody, as they come to attack me, and I don't stop moving. But I was doing that bloody mushroom, in Land of the Dragons, and it was there bloody using dirty tactics. It was slowing down my movement to stop me from doing it. I was like, hang on a minute, Wisdom Form doesn't act like this, and I've been up against more enemies than that, and it hasn't slowed down. So where's this lag coming from? Why is it bloody lagging? Same going for the mushroom in... the number 1 mushroom in bloody... in The World That Never Was. I was there doing that yesterday and I was getting so fucking pissed off. Excuse my language, but I swear a lot when I'm upset. But I was doing that one, and... Once the AI sussed out that I knew what I was doing with the reaction commands, it started doing stuff like greying out the reaction commands so I couldn't use them, You know, not acknowledging me pressing the bloody button. You know, all sorts of stuff. And what prompted me to make this video was the mushroom. It was the number 9 mushroom in Radiant Garden. You know, the one where you fight, is it Demix? Is that how you pronounce it? The water dude, you know, dance, water dance. Where you fight him as part of the game. That mushroom by there. I was doing that one just now, and it's like it says, you know, can't keep constantly attacking to keep it spinning. But the computer would, as soon as I beat my bloody score, I got up to 38 at first, and it was like, hang on a minute, what? Why did you just suddenly stop spinning? I let it go. Did it again, got up to 41, and it didn't acknowledge me actually mashing. I was button mashing, but button mashing the X button to keep attacking, and it refused to acknowledge that I was actually pressing the button. I just stopped attacking. It's like, hang on, what? You know, but then I done it again, got up to 42, and he was rapidly spinning like that, and then all of a sudden just stopped dead. It was like, hang on a minute, what? You didn't even slow down? You didn't even slow down to stop spinning, and you just stopped dead? You know? My observation of the British version especially, the computer has been programmed to use dirty tactics. Once it figures out you know what you're doing, it starts using dirty tactics. And I am very, very upset with Square Enix for doing that. You know, the new content of the game seems to have been programmed with dirty tactics. And I am very, very upset. You know, I don't know if anyone else has noticed these bloody things. You know, but the attitude of basically, you know, from the looks of, you know, the differences between the American version and the British version, I've noticed that some things, boss-wise, seem to be easier on the American version than they are on the British version, on harder difficulties as well. You know, which I find both insulting for the Americans and the British, because it's like, well, you know, the way it comes across to me is like, you don't think the Americans are good gamers, so you've got to give them a pussy AI because you think that they're pussy gamers, and the fucking British bloody, you know, the British people is just basically a big big middle fucking finger. It was like, well, here you go, we're gonna fight dirty because we what? Do you assume that all British people are fucking dirty gamers? You know, I am very, very upset at their attitude. You know, Square Enix chose to do Final Fantasy 13, the first one, the way they did, because they wanted the Japanese fan base to be happy with the fact that they wanted to give them a challenge. But that backfired in their face because everyone kicked off over the constant restrictions of 13. But it's like, what? Why are you giving the rest of the world a middle finger? You know, they make bloody Kingdom Hearts bloody spin-off bloody games, release them only in Japan when they're storyline related. It's like Kingdom Hearts, like Final Fantasy, is popular internationally. Why are you releasing fucking games that are only available in Japan when it's storyline related? I mean, it's different when it's with stuff like with Final Fantasy, you know, stuff like the Chocobo racing. You know, stuff like that, you know, that's different. You know, it's not storyline related in any way, shape or form. But it's like, what, is that 300 and, is it 58 or 68 days? Never got released outside of Japan. And instead we just get bloody, I mean, yeah, granted, we get to bloody come up to date to some degree with the storyline with the 1.5 and 1.5 release of Kingdom Hearts 1 by having that bloody added extra bloody 358 days cutscene bloody thing where you just watch all the scenes from that game. It's like, well, why couldn't you just release the game bloody outside of bloody Japan for other people to play? you know, their attitude of late is really starting to get on my nerves. You know, and the reason that I've been ranting about this constantly is because of how much I used to love Squaresoft. I absolutely adored them. They were my all-time favourite gaming company, and I'm so devastated over what's become of them because, you know, no, this video is more just to get this stuff off my chest rather than anything else. You know, I'm just so upset with their attitude. You know, and the whole flagging stuff on YouTube, you know, it's like with the Sanctuary song for Kingdom Hearts. You know, any video that has that song in it gets flagged on YouTube and taken down instantly. It's like, it's part of fan-based bloody culture to share, you know, and it's wrong that they're taking this attitude towards the fan base. I'm so disgusted. But anyway, I haven't got much room left on my bloody phone to record anymore, so rant over.